Hello and welcome. It's KB here. So the update that makes Windows 11 faster up to 70% is finally here. The update name is KB5089573. This update brings many new features and improvements such as shared audio, improved Windows magnifier, improved task manager, new camera feature, and this is the main one that we are going to talk about. General performance. This update accelerates app launch and core shell experiences such as start menu, search, and action center. And I have this update already installed on my PC and I have done some tests, and this update genuinely makes Windows 11 faster. I can actually feel it. Basically, this update is designed to make Windows 11 faster under Microsoft's special Windows K2 effort. I have already talked about Windows K2 in this channel. It's a Microsoft's initiative to make Windows 11 faster. Almost 2 months ago, Microsoft released a blog post titled Our Commitment to Windows Quality. With this blog post, Microsoft promised that they're gonna make Windows 11 better and faster. Now, you may be wondering, how is this update gonna make Windows 11 faster? With this update, there is a new feature called low latency profile. With this feature enabled, Windows 11 can use your CPU's maximum clock speed to speed up the app launch time and overall system responsiveness. Plus, Microsoft has actually made some changes in some system components like start menu, search, to make them feel more responsive. And I have done some tests before the update and after the update, and surprisingly, Windows 11 actually feels much snappier after the update. So here is a video that I recorded before the update. I want you to look at the clock speed here. It's 4.60 almost all the time. Okay, that's the maximum clock speed of my CPU. Before the update, the maximum clock speed just stayed around 4.60 or maximum 4.62. Now, after the update, immediately I saw the clock speed is increased. When I have some background activities, it stays around 4.68, 69. But if there are no background activities, it actually goes beyond that. It goes above 4.76. So this is a huge performance boost. Now, there are some misunderstanding on the internet about this new feature, the low latency profile, or in short LLP, that when we launch the application, we will see huge spikes in the CPU. Actually, that's not the case. Instead of that, sometime, yes, you might see a huge spike. What's happening right now is that when you interact with your system or launch application, it is using the maximum clock speed of your CPU if needed. And yes, you will also see a small spike just for a couple of seconds, maybe 1 to 3 seconds. And your overall clock speed actually stays at the maximum speed, even if you're not doing anything. And don't get confused with the usage. The CPU usage will stay the same. If you're not doing anything, your CPU will sit at 0% or 1 to 2% as usual. Only difference here is that the CPU is running at the maximum clock speed. And what I have found is that it's almost the same actually in CPU spike. In simple terms, the CPU usage. You can't really tell the difference. So whenever we need the extra power to make system feel more responsive or make the app launch faster, it draws out the maximum speed basically. Okay, so that's how it works. Again, it's not gonna use the CPU at maximum percentage. Instead, it's maximum speed just for small seconds or small window, maybe 1 second or 2 seconds. And after the update, what I have noticed is the file explorer is super responsive and it launches really fast. You see these small spikes? It's not 100%, but just the tiny spikes. These are the spikes when we interact with the system or launch applications. So it's not always about the opening application. It could be about just interacting or closing the application. And I'm actually using this to record this video. So my CPU is being used at 10 to 25% constantly. But look at this video that I recorded using my phone. The CPU utilization is normal as usual. Start menu also feels snappier, smooth, okay, after this update. And even the search is faster. I can actually see the difference. Okay, now if I open the notification panel, it is also smooth. I also did some tests with different power modes, and I noticed that the system still feels same. Okay, even if you're using the balance or power saving mode. When you use the power saving mode, it underclocks the CPU to save the power and battery. Because of that, your maximum clock speed will always be lower. Again, this is to save the battery. Now, when you're on normal performance mode or ultimate power plan, your CPU will get back to the maximum clock speed. Again, it's gonna be a little bit higher than the usual clock speed that you see. Just like in my case, before this update, my usual maximum clock speed was 4.60. Now I'm getting 4.75. So making the Windows 11 feel more responsive and faster just with the low latency profile isn't going to be enough. Okay, because we can use the different power modes. So if we use, let's say, the balance mode or power saving mode, the low latency profile thingy just doesn't work. So to make Windows 11 actually feel more responsive and faster, they actually need to optimize the entire system. So as the Microsoft promised, they're going to make Windows 11 feel more responsive and faster. I can already see that File Explorer, the Start menu, Search, and the notification panel are more responsive. Plus, if you want to draw out the maximum performance to make your system feel even more responsive and faster when you launch the applications or interact with the system, low latency profile thingy helps out. It's basically a extra boost instead of just magically making Windows 11 feel more faster. Okay, now let's talk about how to get this feature and all that. To get this feature, open Settings and go to Windows Update and make sure this option is enabled. Get the latest updates as soon as they are available. And then check for update and you'll see this update, KB5089573. Download it, restart your PC. Even after you install this update, you might not see the performance boost. That's because these changes are actually gradually rolling out. So you may have to wait for Microsoft to enable this feature on your PC automatically. There is no timeline when and how, but if you don't want to wait, there is actually a way to enable this feature right now after you have installed this update. You can use a tool called Vive tool. It's a open source program. You can go to releases and download the zip file, unzip it, go inside the unzipped folder. Now you need to run the command prompt as administrator. You can either use PowerShell or CMD. And here, copy the address of the extracted Vive tool folder. And after that, type CD and paste that Vive tool address. If it doesn't work just with the CD, then type CD, then /D, and then paste the address of Vive tool. And after that, you need to run these commands. Okay, don't worry, I'll put these commands in my blog post, so you can simply copy and paste from there, enter into here and hit enter. It should say successfully set feature configuration. Now you need to restart your PC and then go and test out different things like try opening the start menu, try searching, or open File Explorer, or open the notification panel, and you'll see the difference. And that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or have any suggestions for me, you can always do the comment and we can have some chit chat in the comment section too. That's it. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself and have fun. Bye-bye.